Hi, let's talk about Hex, ticker symbol HEX. What a surprise. The Hex token is currently at 14 cents roughly, going up 7%. It's at market rank 201 with a market cap of a little under 25 billion. Now, does it make sense to invest in Hex to get these 40% return every single year? Does it make sense to swap your Ethereum for Hex and accumulate more and more Hex tokens over time and lock up your money for several years? Now, this is the US dollar chart of Hex. And the price went on quite a run, right? 22,000% in approximately 1 year. And since the all-time high, we went down by approximately 71%. So it looks like just a little correction is actually pretty significant. That's because we are looking here at a logarithmic scale, right? Where we have 0.2 of a cent over here and several cents here at the top. If you look at this on a linear scale, that's actually how the chart looks like. So we've come down quite a bit. But what we should actually look at is not the US dollar chart. What we should actually look at is the relative chart to Ethereum. Because that's in the end what you're swapping, right? You've got a few Ethereum and you try to outperform that asset. You don't just want to have general crypto exposure. You want to gain more because in the end, you're also taking on much more risk, right? When you've got a cryptocurrency at market rank 200 versus one at market rank 2, you've got less market cap, you've got more risk, and more risk should be compensated with more return. And so this is the relative chart to Ethereum, which actually doesn't look too bad. One might argue we're simply just in the middle of this sideways trading range, and maybe there's still potential for, say, a 4x. And this chart here doesn't even include that if you held Hex over this time, you wouldn't just have gotten 63%, you would actually also get that 40% return per annum, right? So this doesn't look too bad at all. That being said, the tokenomics of Hex, they are very risky. Because in the end, what's happening is you buy the Hex token with Ethereum, you lock it up, you restrict the supply, and then you hope that new people will come into the system, or to be more specific, that the system will grow by 40% per year, which is possible, right? Hex is still pretty small. But you're definitely betting on this new money coming into the system, because if that does not happen, then all of this additional supply that's being paid out in Hex tokens, it will depress the price. New supply, same demand means a lower price. And the price will not just go down by 40% if the demand stays stable, it will go down by more because you have this leverage effect when buying or selling crypto, right? Buying up 10% supply of something increases the price by more than 10%, and the same goes the other way around. Selling 10% of total supply will depress the price more. And so what you're hoping for this to turn around is that people see this as a buying opportunity. You're betting on Hex becoming popular again. And if that will happen, I think is very much dependent on the general crypto market. Is Bitcoin going to go up? Is Ethereum going to go up? Because if it's not, then people will become risk averse and will stay very far away from Hex. You've got similar tokenomics with, for example, Strong Block, where you buy a strong node and you get paid out the daily rewards from new money entering the space. And so we've got a very similar situation over here, right? Strong Block went down from the top by more than 63%. Feel free to check out the dedicated video to Strong Block to get a bit of an understanding how this all works. And once we toggle from logarithmic to a linear scale, we can see this is not pretty, right? You don't want to be the person that buys over here. Very similar to Hex, even a similar timing. Now, the way I see these kind of systems is they can be very profitable if you are early and only then, right? If you're early to the party, if you learn about these things early on, you can make incredible gains. But I also think it doesn't very often happen that these long-term trends, they completely turn around, because there will be a very similar project coming up again, and people that know how to play the system, they will try to jump on the newest of those systems, right? They try to be early again. You don't want to be the last person holding the bag when momentum shifts around. There's always new hexes coming up, and that's probably what you should rather be targeting. That's probably safer than buying into something that has already that much adoption and that now has to pay out a lot of people those 40% per year, right? When you're early on such a system, not a lot of people hold the coin that depress the price with this interest. Once the system grows large, You've got a bunch of people that expect this interest, that sell the token and that then depress the price long term. So those people that are locked up in the system, they don't go away, right? And the larger such a system is, the harder it is to grow by these 40% each year. You really want to be on these kind of things very early. And I am not particularly convinced that we are still very early. The party might already be over. You can also see this, for example, in simply Google trend searches, right? How many people are interested in this? And the trend pretty much mirrors the price development. So my impression here is that people are simply looking for the next shiny object. Hex might already have run its course, the same as Strongblock has. So my view on this is, it's probably not wise to catch a falling knife when there's already so many people that get all of this additional supply. I'd rather check out the Hex community. I'd rather look for the people that bought into this very early on. Maybe you search for YouTube Hex videos that are really, really old. You look at the people that bought into this here in June of last year and find out what these people are buying right now. Find out the thing they just got excited about. That's probably a strategy with better risk to reward than jumping on this at this very moment. I know those kind of videos that are not completely bullish on a crypto project, they don't necessarily get a lot of positive comments, but that's fine with me. I just try to be objective on this channel. I simply try to describe what I personally feel comfortable buying, and I don't think, even though the charts, they don't look that bad, negative momentum in case crypto is not completely bullish, I think it's simply too much to stomach. I personally do not get into Hex at this moment. I probably wouldn't get into this at any time. I don't think the risk really justifies the potential reward. But of course, if you disagree, let me know in the comments, because especially the well-grounded arguments that don't just try to hype the cryptocurrency, but that really go into the analysis of where we are in this adoption cycle, those are the comments I think can really be useful to start a productive discussion. If you enjoyed this video, you might also enjoy the content for the premium membership. That's at thebitcoinstrategy.com. There's daily market updates. There's also a private Telegram channel where you can ask me any questions. There's tutorial videos, all kinds of value. So feel free to have a look. If you haven't yet, please like the video as well. It will help the channel grow. Of course, there's also a subscribe button. I publish videos regularly. And last but not least, there's a public Telegram channel. We are more than 1,000 people over there, the Bitcoin Strategy channel. You can find us simply by searching for Bitcoin Strategy channel within the Telegram app or by clicking the link in the video description. See you next time. Bye-bye.